Welcome in, everyone. I'm just going to wait a few minutes to get started. Hey, MJ, how are you? Everyone, welcome in. And make sure you thumbs up the live. If you are watching the replay, make sure that you leave comments below on what you think about this chapter, which is chapter 4 of Don't Let God Smell Your Panties by Tracy Allen. If you are not a part of my Blogstar family, please make sure that you subscribe and you press that bell to be notified always so that you can get more readings and Big Brother updates and all the other juicy stuff that Blogs and Fiction platform has to offer. We will begin in just a moment. Thank you for sharing me out, Monica. Yeah, I put it on mute for just a second. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and begin. This is chapter 4. It is titled Maya. Hello, Nick. Hey. For all of the mods, please make sure. Hey, Trish. For all of the mods, please make sure that you greet on my behalf and remind everyone to thumbs up the live. Chapter 4 Maya. I'm so over my mother. She's so stupid. I can't believe that she let Pep treat her like crap. I can't stand her. Another reason is that she thinks she's the bomb, but believe me, she's not. All she has going for her is her green eyes. She can't even keep a job, and green eyes don't pay no bills. I was going to try to play sick today and stay home from school, but when I saw Pep wasn't getting ready for work, I knew that meant she was fired again. I'd rather go to school than sit around her. After school, I plan on going to Miss Johnson's house. I love Miss Johnson. She has a son named Kevin, and everybody thinks I have a crush on. But that's not true. I don't like Kevin, and besides, he has a girlfriend. Miss Johnson is an older woman. I would say she's in her 50s. I would never ask her age because I know how old people feel about telling her age. I tell Miss Johnson all my mother's business, and she tells me, "Girl, if your mother knew you were down here telling her business, she'd kill you." But I don't care. Miss Johnson is more of a mother to me than my own mother. What kind of mother doesn't come out of her room all weekend long because she had a fight with her girlfriend? What kind of mother stays locked up in a room all night with her girlfriend and doesn't come out at least to ask her daughter how was school? So, to get back to my mother, I tell all her business. Miss Johnson and I got a real kick out of the fact that my mother was dumb enough to slash her own tires. I knew she did it because she has done it before. Hey, Patricia, I told Miss Johnson how Mama's friends came over and she wouldn't come out of her room. LaDonna better be glad that I was taught to respect my elders because she would have caught a fist to the face. She thinks she's cute because she has all this fake hair and those fine clothes. Please. She better watch her back before she gets dealt with. Now, Mama's other friends, Vicky, Carol, Yolanda, they cool, especially Carol. I like to spend a weekend at her house because she can cook her butt off. I love Miss Carol with her fat self. It's hard to believe her and LaDonna are sisters. But enough about Mama and her friends. I got problems of my own. Today at school, I found out I may get left back. I don't know what to do. Should I tell Mama first or tell Miss Johnson so she can tell me what to tell Mama? After wrestling with that problem for most of the day, I made this decision that I would tell Miss Johnson first. On the way home from school, I called her on my cell phone. "Hey, Miss Johnson, it's Maya," I said. "I know who it is. You home from school already?" she asked. "No, I'm on the school bus. I wanted to know if I could stop by your house. I need to talk to you." "Sure. I'll be here. Is everything all right?" Miss Johnson sounded concerned. "Yes, everything is fine," I said and hung up. On the ride home, I freshened up my lip gloss just in case Kevin was home. But really, I don't like him. I got off the bus in a rush. Miss Johnson was sitting on her porch drinking a glass of iced tea. There was another glass sitting next to hers. "Is that tea for me?" I asked. "You are the only one I'm expecting." "Thanks," I said. I started drinking the tea. It was hot out here, and the iced tea was just what I needed after the walk from the bus stop. "So you went to school looking like that?" Miss Johnson asked. "Yeah. What's wrong with the way I look?" "What did I tell you about being something you're not? I can't believe they let you wear jeans that tight to school. And look at your t-shirt. It is too tight," Miss Johnson said, shaking her head. "Miss Johnson, come on now. This is the style. If it ain't tight, it ain't right." I said, laughing. "That's not funny, Maya. You look nasty," Miss Johnson said. She was waving her hand at me. "I think I look fine, just like one of the girls in the videos." "So you are a video now?" She rolled her eyes, and I decided to change the subject. "Miss Johnson, I got real problems. We could talk about my clothes later. I think I'm about to get left back." I was looking down as I spoke. I couldn't look into her eyes. "Maya, what happened?" My cell phone was ringing. I saw that it was Pep, but I didn't answer it. "I don't know, but I know my mother is going to kill me." "What do you mean you don't know? What did your teacher say?" She told me she called me to her desk and said that she would need to set up a meeting with my mother because it didn't look like I would be passing to the next grade. "They didn't give you a warning?" "Yes. My mother already went up to the school and they had a meeting with her, but I lied and told her things were better." "I don't know what happened, but I can't concentrate in school. I find my mind starts to wander." I was biting my nails. Miss Johnson pulled my hand out of my mouth. "What do you mean you can't concentrate? Does that work seem too hard?" "No, I just have a lot of stuff on my mind." "You're only 13. What kind of stuff do you have on your mind?" My cell phone began buzzing. It was Pep, but I still didn't answer. The phone was on vibrate, so Miss Johnson couldn't hear it ringing. "You'd be surprised what kind of stuff a 13-year-old has to worry about." A buzzer went off in the kitchen. Miss Johnson was making her banana nut bread. I followed her into the kitchen. She was the perfect mother, from what I could see. From the first time she moved on the block, she took to me. She only had one son, and she was always telling me how she wished she had a daughter, someone to share secrets with, go to the hair salon with, and teach how to cook. Don't get it twisted. She loves Kevin, and they have the kind of relationship I wish I had with my mother. Miss Johnson didn't work. She told me that her husband died and left her so well off that she never planned to work another day in her life. The bread came out of the oven smelling like heaven. Miss Johnson refilled our glasses and we sat down at her kitchen table. "So, what are you going to do?" she asked and crossed her leg. "I don't know. I was hoping maybe you could tell me how to tell my mother." Just come out and tell her. She has to find out sooner or later. What would you do if you were my mother and I told you that I was getting left back? I asked. Well, first of all, if you were my daughter, there would be no question about you getting left back because I will be helping you with your homework. And the first time the school made me aware that there might be a chance of you being retained, I would have been up to that school making sure you were doing your work and that you were improving, Miss Johnson said. So you saying it's my mother's fault that I'm getting left back? I asked with a wide smile on my face. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying the both of you should have been working on this problem together. You know what? You're right, I said, and I jumped up from the table. Now don't go home telling your mother I said it's her fault that you might be getting left back. Miss Johnson, please. I will never do that. I put my hands on my hips. Child, you are too grown for me. Now go wash your hands so you can get a piece of this banana bread. After I ate, I walked home, going over and over in my mind how I would tell my mother. Pep called again, but I still didn't answer. I was putting my keys into the lock when Pep swung the door open. Where the hell have you been? I have been calling your cell phone all afternoon. It's a quarter to five. You know, if you are going somewhere after school, you are supposed to let me and your mother know. She was yelling in my face. Pep picked up the phone on the kitchen wall and called my mother at work. Josie, she just came in the door. Hold on. She handed me the phone. Where have you been? My mother asked. I was talking to one of my friends at the bus stop. I lied. Pep was calling you. Why didn't you pick up your phone? That's the reason why you have the phone to call us and let us know where you are. Are you finished? Because I'm really not in the mood today. I handed Pep the phone. She finished talking to my mother and hung up the phone. I was already upstairs in my room with the door closed. Maya, open this door right now, Pep yelled. She was always yelling, and I was getting tired of her. What do you want? I asked with the door still closed. Maya, don't play with me. I'm not your mother. Open the door. I cautiously opened it. Look, I don't know where you were, and I really don't care, but you will learn to respect me and your mother. I must have called you 10 times. That cell phone is not for you, it's for us so we can keep in contact with you. You got one more time to not answer my call, and I swear I will throw that damn phone right in the toilet. It doesn't feel good, does it? I asked while looking Pep dead in the face. What? Pep asked. It doesn't feel good to call someone and to know that they are ignoring your call on purpose, does it? Well, imagine how my mother felt calling you all weekend. You never answered her calls, I said and closed the door. I knew my mother called her because she always does whenever they fight, which seems to be always, and I swear I am sick of it. Why did she decide to be gay after I was born? Why couldn't she be gay before I was born and then I could have been born to another family because God knows I hate this one? And don't ask me where my father is because your guess is as good as mine. I only saw him a couple of times. From what my mother tells me, the reason why he doesn't come around is because she is with a woman. She told me that he told her it. It hurts him too much to see her like that. So I guess that means forget about me and how I feel. Just kick me to the curb like I don't matter because my mother is gay. That's just straight up wrong. I lay on the floor, looking up at the ceiling, with my hands behind my head. I fell asleep and awakened to the sound of my mother banging on the door. Stop locking this door, my mother said when I finally opened it. You plan on eating dinner tonight? It's 10:30, my mother said. Why didn't you wake me up when you got home? I asked her. Because I needed some peace in this house. and I wasn't in the mood for your drama. Oh, so you can take drama from Pep, but not from me? You know what? I should have left your behind sleep. Yeah, you should have. Now close my door. I was mad at the fact that my mother let me sleep so long. Who are you talking to like that? Pep interrupted out of nowhere and walked into my room. I'm talking to my mother, so mind your business. Please, not tonight. My mother covered her ears and started to walk away, but Pep grabbed her by the arm. Go lay down, baby. I'm coming. Pep kissed her on the lips. I hate when she kissed in front of me. Maya, go clean the kitchen and put away the food now, Pep commanded while mushing me in the head. I rolled my eyes at her. Why should I put the food away when I hadn't even eaten? You can roll your eyes all you want to, but I know one thing. That kitchen better be clean in the morning. Pep went into the room and closed the door. I went downstairs without saying anything. My stomach was hurting, and no matter what I say, my mother is always on her side. My mother had cooked mashed potatoes, corn, and steak, but I didn't eat. After cleaning the kitchen, I went to the bathroom. My period was starting. I had my period for months now, and I never told my mother or anybody. I just used toilet paper and call it a day. I knew if I told my mother, she would tell Pep. I don't want her all up in my business. I looked at myself in the mirror. It was getting hot and I wanted to get my hair braided. I know my mother would give me the money to get my hair done, but after she found out about me getting left back, there was no telling what she might do, especially if her girlfriend put her cents in it. I went back downstairs and got some chocolate chip cookies and a soda. I sat at the dining room table and wrote my mother a letter explaining to her everything my teacher said, and I taped it to her bedroom door. I don't know what time I fell asleep, but I woke up in a deep sweat. My nightshirt was drenched in sweat, and I had to catch my breath. I looked at the clock and it was 3:30 a.m. I kept trying to remember my dream, but I couldn't, and I couldn't go back to sleep. I just laid there thinking about Kevin and wishing I were older. Nobody knows that I like him because my mother or Pep found out, they would never let me go to Miss Johnson's house. Kevin will be leaving to go to college soon, and I am going to miss him. He tells me all the time I'm like the sister he never had. Kevin is so fine. He has big, juicy lips and jet black, wavy hair that he keeps cut low. I'm too young for Kevin. Plus, he has a girlfriend, so I know the only way that I will ever be Kevin's girlfriend is in my dreams. I close my eyes and pictures us on a beach, all by ourselves with Kevin in a pair of swim shorts and me in a two-piece string bikini. Kevin is holding me in his arms and he's telling me that he loves me and he can't live without me. Kevin then starts to undo my top and begins to tell me how fine my body is and that he is leaving his girlfriend for me. I finally fell back to sleep midway through my fantasy. Maya, get up now, my mother yelled. It was 6:30 in the morning. She must have found the letter. Thank you so much, guys. This is the end of chapter 4, Maya. Thank you for enjoying with me. I hope you guys liked it. Um, we will be doing chapter 5 tomorrow evening. You guys have a blessed day or a blessed evening.